¿Qué lo que mi gente? My name is Kevin. Here's how to light the two most popular camping stoves: canister stoves, where you attach them to a canister that's already filled with fuel, and liquid fuel stoves, where you take liquid fuel, pour it into a bottle, and connect that to your stove before lighting it. Canister stoves. All of these stoves attach directly to a canister somehow, and in this canister there's fuel that is a liquid, but it's already under pressure. So once it comes out and exposed to air, it's a gas, and all you gotta do is light it. To light the stove, the first thing you wanna do is make sure that it's actually turned off and won't let gas out once you connect it to the canister. Most stoves have a little switch to regulate the gas coming in and out. You wanna make sure that it's turned all the way in the off position, which for most of these, it's turned all the way right. Once we make sure that it's closed, take it and screw it onto your canister. Sometimes you hear a little bit of gas leak, that's perfectly fine. Before we open up the gas, you want to make sure that you have your lighting mechanism ready. In this case, this has a little piezo lighter, which causes a little bit of spark here that gets the fire lit. Or you can have a mobile piezo lighter, something like this, does the same exact thing. You can also have a little flint and steel or a little Bic lighter. Now you're gonna open up your gas and light it up right away. You may not be able to see it because of the bright sunlight, but it's on. I can feel the heat. All of these work about the same exact way. Once you're on, you're ready to start cooking. Liquid fuel stoves. We're gonna walk through some steps right now, but the main goal is take this liquid fuel, convert it into a gas, and then light that gas in a controlled manner. All right, just put some fuel inside of my bottle. Again, this is liquid fuel, and this has no pressure in it. Unlike the canisters that already came pressurized, we need to pressurize the bottle ourselves. Yours may be slightly different, so follow your manufacturer's instructions if it is different. But I'm gonna put in the pump, screw it on, and now we're gonna begin pressurizing this. You'll know it's pressurized once it's harder to push down into the can. So just keep going until it's pretty hard to push. And the more fuel that's inside of your bottle, the easier this is to do because it's less air that you gotta pressurize. It's still easy, I'm just so jacked. Now we're gonna attach the fuel to the stove. This one, you're gonna wanna make sure that it's seated all the way, and then get this little clamp that helps lock it in place. Now that we got the fuel connected, this is going to be liquid coming through here, but we need to get this hot enough to vaporize that liquid, so we're gonna preheat the stove. I'm gonna let a little bit of fuel out, enough to wet the wick and get some collected in the bottom of that priming cup, shut the fuel off, and then we're going to light that fuel here to get the stove hot. I feel like this is physics class right now. You're gonna wanna pay attention. You don't want a ton of fuel leaking everywhere. Before you light this, you could get a soccer ball sized flame, so you don't want to be right over it nor have anything else that's flammable within reach. Yo, try one, baby. Right now, this is heating up the metal of the stove to help vaporize future fuel that's gonna come through. And we're gonna let that flame die down until there's a little bit of flame up top here that's yellow bluish. That's then when we'll start feeding it some more fuel. Squeaking. There we go. Oh, I see the blue. We got that blue flame. We're cooking, baby. We got the stove shut off and cooled down, but one thing you'll notice is there's a lot of soot on this stove, and that's from the preheating process before this thing turns blue. So once it turns blue, it burns cleanly, but if you want to avoid that, you can use denatured alcohol in the preheating process. Hope you learned something today. If there's another tip or trick that you have to either help me or other people, let me know in the comments down below. Also, I'm curious to see what's the coolest thing that you've ever cooked on a camping stove. If you found this video helpful, hit the like button down below. If you want to learn more, subscribe. Hasta la próxima, mi gente. Nos vemos.